Hello? Can everybody see me? Can everybody hear me? I'm checking right now. Hello? Hello? Is it not on? Oh, it's because of my music. It's much too loud. Shall I turn it down? That seems a bit better. Is it any better now? Terra's here, everyone. I'm checking to make sure that my stream is actually working. Give me a second. Better? Nice. Okay. Very cool. There are people in the chat. Oh my goodness, I can seize you. Let me see. Okay. Hello everyone. This is my first time streaming on YouTube. I've streamed once on Twitch, and that was an interesting experience. Let me see. Where's my little... I have a chat box pulled up. Where is it? There it is. Haha. Can I draw in chat at the... I can't. Well, that's fine. It'll be okay. I'll just check in every once in a while. Let me see if I can see... I can't see it with my other device. That's unfortunate. Whatever, it's fine. I'll just pop in and check on y'all every once in a while. So today I thought that I would just draw... Oh! Terra just slammed the door of her hovel. She is raging and upset today, everyone, and I don't know why. Oh my goodness, she's Spider Monkey. Oh, I almost did a horrible Twilight quote, and I've never even seen the movies. God, no. Okay, so I wanted to draw some, Can y'all hear my music? I have the music on. I swear. Is that in my headphones or? Oh, I'm just deaf. God. This is going horribly. It's fine. Oh. Okay. Well, might as well start. I have recently been getting very invested in the Dream SMP lore. I know that I said a few months back that I wasn't going to get invested in it, but I went and I did, because you know, I need some spice in my life. Oh, can my mic stretch that far? Yes, it can. There's so many cords, so many wires. I need to spin my chair and my desk. Oh my goodness. I couldn't find my art glove either, so I had to steal a frond. Okay. Let's start out with Rendezvous and Limbo, shall we? Starting off dark. Because that's what's been interesting me the most, is little... Well, maybe let's do a warm-up. An adorable Rendezvous sketch to start, because Rendezvous is and probably forever will be my favorite, because he's the one who got me enter the fandom, which is lovely. Though I don't quite understand the whims and wiles of a YouTube, Twitch man streamer person. I do know that makes the brain go burr, makes the serotonin, which is all that I need in life. I've been seeing so many gorgeous ways that people have drawn Mr. Boo, and it makes me so happy, because when a character is up to interpretation like that, it just says something about the soul. It really sparks something, you know? So, for anybody, just to kind of introduce myself here, Dear Fox Draws. Hello everyone. I'm a person, maybe, suspiciously. What is it that we were talking about? Well, Miss Random, it is a Minecraft survival SMP server that I just so happen to be unfortunately obsessed with, in which they do multiple arcs and role-playing on a server called the Dream SMP. And that server has been going for a while now. Is it a year or 2 years? I can't remember. And the character in which I'm referring to is a half Enderman, half nobody knows character, who is a recent, not so recent now addition, and he is very funny. His name is Ronbu, and he is quite odd, just like me. No, his ears are sad. I always draw him with sad ears, because I feel like he's a sad person. In the story, I don't know about in real life. You can never assume about people. I've been seeing a lot of people draw him on the OSMP, which is the other server that he's on, with a little ponytail. And I think it's the cutest thing ever. And I really want to draw him with his little ponytail, because I think it's just adorable. Back on track. The other people that I'll be drawing today, I might draw some Bunny Blade because of Techno's new outfit. I might draw some Tubbo, some Tommy. I will probably end up drawing Aerith because I love them. She's got such a good style. She is great, you know? Mention that I might talk about some headcanons because I have some, based on the recent lore, I have some pretty odd ones, and then I've also got some just general ones that I've collected through my little goblin-y tendencies, scrounging around the deep dark depths of the interwebs. Why hello everyone! I'm so on top. I started streaming as well on Twitch. If you want to go follow me on Twitch, that's probably where I'm going to be doing most of my streaming, but this was just easier to set up as of current, and this I felt fit my channel vibe. So my Twitch is Dear Fox Does, because I do more than art. On my first stream, it's not up currently. I'm going to have to figure out how to have my live streams that I do actually upload, and I didn't record it, so if it's lost forever into the vast depths of the cloud, c'est la vie, you know? Can't do anything about it. You didn't miss much. I basically ranted about Minecraft cats and went on a huge escapade about how they're equal to dogs and how cats should feel that they are loved and deserved just as much as dogs, and that they're man's best friend, even though they are little terrors that are absolutely evil and hate everyone, but we love them so. And I found an abandoned ghost village and about... Do you ever talk to your drawings? Yes, I do, actually. A lot of times. Not often when I'm filming, because when I'm filming, I talk to you guys, even if I'm not live. But often talk to my drawings, especially if they take a good life. I think his hair is probably gonna stick to this little soft brush. I've been looking into downloading some brushes recently. The one that sticks out the most to me is somebody made a Bo Burnham brush where it's that scene of him sitting on the edge of the stage, and it just it hits something in you, you know? It's very lovely. Oh no, I switched into the dreaded pen. Maybe let's move that up. That'll throw me off. So in the background, I hope, please YouTube, do not copyright strike me for this. You let people play Minecraft on this lovely platform all the time. I have Minecraft music playing, and so help me. Please do not take this down or copyright strike my channel. I'm always so scared about that. I have so many songs that I think would be lovely for animatics, but I just never use them because copyright. Let's see, what are some fun things that we can do today in this late night monstrosity that I've created? Oh wait, this is Origin's SMP Rondo. He doesn't have a half split. He's full evil Enderman boy. Oh my goodness. I am very much half asleep right now, which is probably not the best state to be in. But whatever. Let's bring his eye out front and maybe chop this. Chop this facial feature. I don't often draw Rondo with a nose, but maybe I'll do. No, Endermen don't have noses. Endermen just have big Joker smiles, which I will instead be giving him a little. Maybe I do need to use them. His little fangs, so adorable. There we go. A little bit of life here. So, in recent Ronbu lore, for anybody who doesn't watch Ronbu was Mick-stabbed by McWarden Sam, which was so nice to watch live, you know, just your favorite guy just boop, dead. So that was great. I thought he had 3 canon lives, but no. Just deadeth, leaving behind a husband and child, which was that was really sad to watch Techno in his blunt way just be like, hey bro, you know who got murked? So that was funny. And not really, it was fine. So, and everybody in the community has been speculating about, oh, well, what happened to Mr. Boo Boy in the afterlife? Because based on what Wilbur's telling us, it ain't chill. It ain't, to say something that I normally would not say, poggers. And it's this whole conundrum of like, you think about it, and Wilbur's underworld, middle void, I don't know what they're calling it at this point, his void made sense. He was always afraid of never being able to go anywhere, never being able to escape, and he got stuck in a train station where he could never leave. So, what's Ronbu's biggest fear? Some people say it's water, but I don't think it's water. I think that he's suspended in water because that is just the carrier. But Ronbu's whole thing is his memory loss, and I think that that is the basis. Because our lovely little guy, Ghost Boo, or just Boo, which is the cleverest thing that I think he's ever done, he's a happy little guy. Almost too happy, which is which is where my little theory comes in. I think, and I've seen a few people thinking this, that he is being forced to watch the world through Boo's eyes, and he's experiencing the same kind of little sadness that a lot of people think that Wilbur had experienced when he got back and found out that a lot of people preferred Ghostbur to him because of Ghostbur's very soft and poetic and dreamy floatiness is the best way I can think to describe it, which is a lovely, lovely thing. But it is not really what Wilbur is like most of the time. And so I'm thinking that Ronbu's being forced in this little bubble to watch what is happening not just to his family, but to the people around him and their perception of him, because they're seeing, oh, there's a side to Ronbu that could be. He could be this chill dude who's not always stressed and doesn't have memory problems, and oh, he could have avoided all this stuff, and maybe he's, as he does, overthinking things and being like, ooh, I bet you that everybody prefers Ghostbu to me. And I think that is Ronbu's ultimate torture, is worrying that his friends that he sacrificed so much for don't like him as much as the new him, the person who's replaced him, the person who he's always been scared of somebody taking over because of the dream in his head thing, the whole Enderwalk arc. So I think that that is his biggest fear, and that is what his limbo is he's being forced to, just like what happened in the Enderwalk, watch somebody else take the reins. But this time, he's going to be able to remember it, and that's what's going to be traumatizing. So when Dream brings him back, which I don't think that Dream is going... There's two ways that could go. Dream could either do it willingly because he wants a pawn back, and I'm not super caught up in the lore, so if I get something egregiously wrong here, please forgive me. Because if Dream brings him back, it's either because he wants to repay Techno's favor, or he wants to have his pawn back in the Enderwalk. But I don't know why, because he's out of prison now, so he might not have to do that. How do I want his arms to be? What is he? Grass block? Grass block. No, but yes, actually aristocratic. And so I think that's probably what's going to happen here, is that Dream's going to be like, oh, well, I just kind of want my pawn back, so sure, Techno, I'll give you. And if he doesn't do that, he might not bring Ronbu back at all. Ronbu's got all this stuff on him. Ronbu's like, ooh, you invaded my mind. That's a really big breach of your powers on the server. That could get you sent back to prison. And I'm not sure if Ronbu told anyone about his Enderwalk. I don't think he did, based on how everyone's super confused by his Ender messages in chat. So I think that it'll be really interesting to see if Dream actually wants Ronbu back, and if he doesn't, if he will do it anyway and follow through on his promise to Techno. So, is there a way to turn it? Is it loud? I can barely hear it. Okay, here. Yes, of course I should turn it down. Maybe if it's quiet for y'all. Let me know if that's okay, because it was actually very quiet for me. I'm just watching chat now. It should be okay now, I think. Okay, there we go. Thank you. So, that's my little thing here, is everybody's like, oh, Dream will revive him. It'll be fine, but I don't think Dream is going to revive him that easily. He ran off before Techno could even ask. It's almost like he could tell. And he didn't really care about Ronbu enough to save him when Sam was like, hey, if you stay here, I won't kill him. I'm also wondering about Sam's motives in all this, because I'm not caught up on the whole Michael arc. All I know is that Michael is missing. And I know that Sam had either something to do with it, or he knows something about it, and is using it against Ronbu. I also am not sure why Ronbu was put in the prison in the first place. I'm wondering if it had something to do with Michael, or if it had something to do with the Enderwalk, which is very sketchy. It's very sketchy. But anyways, because of such things, I've been thinking a lot about Mr. Boo. I've also been dabbling in writing some... I quite like writing prose. I don't know if I've read any on this channel before. I don't think I have. But prose and me, we're good buddies. We're good buddies, and I might read some on this channel one day, but not right now. But I've been writing some prose about his Interwalk, and I think it's a lovely time. It's quite relaxing, even if it's not too good. I like to think that it's mildly decent, but I know that it's not, because I am not a great... I'm an eloquent speaker, but not a great writer, which is unfortunate. I would almost prefer it to be the other way. How do hands work? You know what? My stream, my doodles. All hands today are cheese sandwiches. Don't ask me why, but they're all cheese sandwiches. If I feel like drawing a cheese sandwich. If I don't feel like drawing a cheese sandwich, well, then they're not cheese sandwiches. They're instead blobby squiggles, because I hate drawing hands so much that I will instead draw sandwiches, which I also hate drawing. Sandwich. Sandwich hands. Ronbu sandwich hands. Boom, baby. And then give it some nice grill marks. Mm-hmm. Yummy. Just give some steam rising from that sandwich hand. Mm-hmm. Delicious. There we go. In all seriousness though, let's see if I can make our guy here some actual hands. We're keeping the sandwich, don't worry. I'm just hiding it away for now. Okay. What is he doing? Waving hello? Holding something? He's kind of a rapscallion in this lore, in the OSMP. What would he be holding? Probably money. Maybe a pick. Ooh, that'd be kind of cool if he was holding a pick. Hand. Finger. The handle of the pick. Kind of. I always draw Minecraft picks very angular. I feel like they're... I also don't know how people would hold weapons or anything. I think they're awkward. Other than my Ronbu headcanons, though, I haven't been doing a huge amount in the way of headcanoning, even though it's normally one of my favorite things to do when I get into a series. The most I've been headcaning today is I was talking with someone about the domestic life of people on the server, because I find it really interesting the way that the server is arranged. It's like they have all this really interesting societal stuff, but I'm always wondering, oh my goodness, where did they get that? Like, they have all these really cool uniforms, and they're playing it as a roleplay, so I'm treating it as a roleplay. That's why I'm not treating it like, oh, that looks a bit better. So I'm not treating it like, oh, it's Minecraft, you can just craft these things. Oh yeah, that's definitely better. Otherwise I would. And so I'm like, where did they get these like team outfits for the whole Lemanberg thing? Where are they getting all their hats? Because hats are difficult to make. Like, you have to have molds and leather and solutions, and then especially because Tubbo seems to be one of the only people on this server who is actually technologically advanced in a way that could produce some of the technology that they're using. So it brings into even more questions about, like, if anybody is making all these hats, how are they doing it? Because some of the solutions used to make hats in the old-fashioned way were incredibly toxic, and that's where this term Mad Hatter came from. And so I'm just like, how are they making these hats? Is somebody slowly going insane as just a background lore because they're making hats for all these people? Like, is Techno's voices all just actually mercury poisoning? I think it's mercury from making all his hats for farming potatoes. Like, I'm mildly concerned about everybody's health and safety on this server. Also, like, they have healing potions and stuff, but healing potions don't fix everything. Like, you're not gonna take this super hard to make healing potion for, like, a broken finger or something. Like, what do you do when you just have a random, like, injury? Does anybody have a medical degree? Does anybody know how to fix really important things? It's very interesting, and I find it mildly... I really hope they touch on it in the future. Okay. Give him... I feel like he tries to look fancy, but he has trouble because of... he can't really obtain all of these fancy things on the OSMP because it's a newer server, and so he's like, what will make me look the fanciest? And right now he's in a mining outfit. Normally I would draw him with a cape for mining, but like, little heart shape, you know, because it's funny, because he's actually kind of mean. He's kind of a mean guy in the OSMP stuff. It's all an act, but I still find it really funny that he's playing this really mean character, and then in the Dream SMP, he's just this, like, super sweet, super chill, like, peace, love, and plants guy. Excuse the Hermitcraft reference. But it's really funny. Would it be... He'd have it rolled up. So, yeah. I was also wondering about, like... And this is gonna sound really weird, but, like... the logistics behind their housing. 'Cause... certain people, like... I know that Techno always makes fun of Dream for being homeless, but... also, like... A lot of people are technically homeless, aren't they? Like... I feel like that is something that a lot of people are homeless on that server. Like, and certain people, they're so out of the way and so removed that I don't even know where they live. And I usually try to keep up with where people are situated because of spatial awareness stuff that I like to keep track of. And so it's really odd that I don't know where these people even exist in the plane because of how off the map they are. It's really weird. What else can we do to make him look fancy? I feel like he's gonna be, even though he's mining, he's still gotta be blinged out. Gotta let everybody know that he's better than them at all times. Maybe a little horn chain, some hoops, because he's giving me pirate vibes right now. Maybe a stud. Would this version of Ranbu have a nose ring? Yes. No. Because he doesn't have a nose. But he kind of does. But he doesn't. He'll have a little mini one. Lots of no rings, because I feel like that would blister, and he doesn't want blisters on his perfectly done claws, because, you know, royalty, gotta worry about stuff like that. There's also, this is probably gonna get a bit deep for a late night stream, but me and a few of my compadres, fronds, like palm leaf fronds, I don't know, we have this I don't know if it works now because of the new recent stuff, but we had this big old lore theory that Carl, because of his whole like memory, I'm not up to date on Carl lore, I'm so sorry. His whole like memory travel, time travel dimension thing, that maybe Carl knew something and he transitioned them from like the OSMP universe or some other universe, because we had all like the tales from the SMP stuff and Sir Billings and whatever, which by the way, Techno, I think it was as Sir Billings, had some of the funniest lines I have ever heard. It has vitamin B. Do you know what B stands for? Broke. Oh good. It was very interesting. So we had this big theory that all these separate realities that they were going and bouncing around through and that Carl was seeing were the real realities, and that the dream SMP was the fake reality that Carl had transitioned them all into to keep them safe from some big world-ending event. And this is all speculation, so take this with a heavy grain of salt. And that's why we were like, oh, well, maybe that's why Fundy seasoning his dreams. Maybe he's skipping back because he's like a fox thing. But that doesn't make sense sometimes because he was born in the Dream SMP, I think. However, what adds credence to this theory is Ranbu's design and color theory. And I noticed this in the Origin SMP, and once again, this is all super heavy speculation, all of their outfits are more saturated. They're bright, especially noticeable on Ranbu's. And they're so blue and purple bright on Ranbu's design, and he doesn't have his white half, and he has never revealed what the white half is. Our thing was, oh, Carl's like interdimensional travel thing was all white. Maybe that's what happened here, is that when he pulled them through, the people who were of like a different dimensional set, like the end is a separate dimension than like the nether and the overworld, maybe he didn't go through all the way because of his heritage and he got split into like the thing, and that's why he has his ender walk and memory losses, because his brain is constantly flipping back and forth and trying to go back to his ideal state, which would be this guy right here. It was a really heavy theory. It had a lot more nuance than that, but that's all I feel like getting into this late at night. It was really interesting. It's something to think about, I think. Okay. This is pretty good. This is pretty cute. Let's shift, oh goodness. Shift all this over. And maybe draw some Michael. Maybe not, I don't know. Michael. I need to look up Michael's design. Michael Dream SMP. Oh, he's so cute. He's a little baby zombie piglin. So adorable. He's so sweet. His little heart nose always reminds me of a little heart, a little leaf. And tiny little tuskies. Because he's is it a Zoglin now? No, I don't like that. I think it's a Zoglin now. His ears are perking in interest. Maybe Tubbo offered to get him something he really wants. I think his cheeks would be a little scruffy on the furred side because of how his skull grew in. His little teeth. I always thought that people draw Michael's design very cute without realizing what he actually is, which is a walking zombie dead thing, which is a bit creepy when you think about it, but honestly, super sweet. Would he have an ear? I don't like this ear. Would he have an ear on the other side? I don't know. Also like to think his ears are really big, super floppy, just the sweetest thing. I want to know where he is, dude. He's so sweet, and it was so sad seeing Ranbu have to die to protect him. And be like, no, Michael, don't hurt my boy. It was like seeing that whole scene where Cedric dies in Harry Potter, and his dad is just like, my boy! My son! Ah! It was like watching that again. That scene kind of scarred me as a kid. Maybe his ears like ripped on this side. That'd be kind of cute. That makes sense for what he is. Oh, it's adorable. Nope, nope, nope. Baby Zoglin's eyes are all white because they're creepy little buggers. He's little chubby, fluffy baby fat. 'Cause he's a baby. I'm not good at drawing children, if you can't tell. I think they're weird. They're weirdly proportioned, they're just weird. There we go. Little curly tail. That's good enough. It's just, how can I avoid drawing a body? I'll just put him in a big sweater. A giant sweater. Maybe not that big, jeez. You know, it's cold in Snowchester. You gotta stay warm, bro. You gotta stay warm, little dude. Maybe I'll just do his top half. That might make it easier on me. Yeah. There we go. Sweet little Michael. Adorable little guy. Oh, nope. Rider of boats and lover of chickens. There we go. Oh. I've never drawn Michael. This is pretty good for a first try, if I do say so myself. Let's cut his teeth in. Herm. What to discuss? I don't know. Make him have some earrings. Yes. Okay. I don't know if Michael would have... Was that in reference to Ranbu or Michael? They both have earrings. Whatever. I always think that people in the dsmp have a huge amount of piercings because, I mean, let's be real here. They're all pretty weird. And I think that a lot of the time they'd just be sitting around and being like, you know what? I'm bored. Hey, wanna get like a lip piercing with me? Sure, bro. Let's go get a lip piercings together as bros. And then they'd go get like lip piercings, and while they're getting lip piercings they're like, hey bro, we should totally like get another earring as a friendship. And they'd be like, yeah, sure bro. And that's why they all are just covered in jewelry all the time, and now it's a status symbol and everybody is like fighting to have the best jewelry. And I think that Ranbu, while not being vain in the Dream SMP, would probably want to get him started early on the little family trend, and Tubbo would be vain about it and be like, oh, okay, Michael, it's time, buddy. Earring. Probably a little... I love these little, like, notch earrings, and then his ripped ear, he'd probably have, like, an emerald set in that one. Because I'm pretty sure... Is the emerald the Snowchester thing or the Syndicate thing? I think it's the Syndicate thing, but I'm not sure. Which, honestly, I don't know enough about the Syndicate. I need to look into that. I think it's a interesting little lore device. Let's give him some creeping mold across his skull. Yeah, there we go. Michael. He's a cute little guy. Just set him right there. Mikhail. What's next? Oh, that's a really cute Michael design. I'm just looking through fan art now. Short interlude to draw Professor Higgins. He is not part of the Dream SMP, but I will take any chance at all to draw the king himself, Professor Jones, played by Robert Mannion and the guy who didn't like musicals. The best thing ever invented because he's so silly, and just like Shakira, the hips don't lie. It's a joke in the, his whole dance doesn't do anything but like high kicks and hip wiggles. It's so weird. Oh, what? Techno? Techno. I can draw techno. Higgins, you must wait. I kind of want to draw a bunny blade though, because he's a bunny. he's a bunny. It's so weird. But he's like a carrot obsessed karate bunny. And that means that I have an excuse to give him my favorite thing ever to give anybody. Big ears and big feet and paws, which is the funniest thing. Okay, let's change the canvas size because we might do a proper bunny blade if we're gonna do bunny blade. Hey. All right. It's gonna be sitting enjoying some carrots. He loves his carrots. He does. Let's see. What's his skin look like? Oh, his bunny slippers! How did I not notice that? Oh my god. That's so cute. It's so fluffy. Why is there already so much art? Oh my god. I just looked up his skin and there's just art everywhere. I just got a mushroom hat. Oh, I need to stop or I'm gonna get dragged down into a cesspool and not draw for the rest of the night. Oh god. Okay, so he has bunny slippers and little like khakis, even though he's also wearing overalls. Maybe they're waiters? Or maybe he's like attempted to do his own clothing. That seems like something that Techno would do in this universe, you know? He wore his overalls so much that he wore them out and had to put patches on them because he spent so much time hopping around and landing on his knees when he does his big jumps and digging for carrots, and it was just unseemly. Alright. Okay, Fluffy. I also, subscribe to the theory that Techno just has the best hair of anybody on the entire server. Like, it makes sense. He eats massive amounts of vegetables, so he has to have some sort of, like, hyper, like, vitamin store. He exercises all the time. He is the only person who isn't, like, constantly embroiled in stuff. And, like, it's pink. He's a pig. Pigs have like hair. It's weird. And so it's always like, why wouldn't? And he doesn't cut it. So I think that it's a viable theory, and I don't think enough people acknowledge that it's a viable theory. I also think it's a bit curly, but we won't get into that. Just for the, how should his bunny ears be? I also plan on making his face a bit rounder than normal, just because of the whole bunny thing. Big bunny nose, super soft. Bunny Blade. It's his new, it's based off his new skin, in the Origin SMP, it is techno, but he is instead a bunny, which is the sweetest thing. And he's obsessed with carrots, and I love him. I love him a lot. Instead of his normal braids, like I would normally draw him with braids, I think I'm gonna give him bubble braids. Or maybe like twin braids. Oh, that'd be kind of cute, like little pigtails coming down over his shoulders. Oh, that'd be kind of adorable, actually. And it wouldn't be as long as normal. Then again, I'm really influenced by I don't know if y'all have seen Arcane. I watched Arcane recently, and it's so good. I'm really influenced by Jinx's design. Never ever before in my life have I watched or played League of Legends, but goodness, their character design is something special. I quite enjoy it. I'm not gonna ruin it for anybody. Maybe I should put a long braid? Yeah. I feel like maybe his hair will come down like his little ears. Okay, when I draw bunnies, I normally work in a heart motif because I'm just absolutely in love with them. But I don't think I'll do that for Mr. Blade here, just because of the way that he acts normally. Let's put in a little, and then another little, a little curly wisp right there. Does he have his normal ears? I don't think he'd have his normal ears. Do his ears come from right here instead? Oh, that's kind of adorable. Scratch them being on top of his head. They're on the side of his head now, like actual bunny ears. That leaves space for his crown, too. I'm actually, like, trying to do a serious drawing here. Oh my goodness, I didn't expect that from tonight. Whatever. When you get inspired, you get inspired. His crown... Maybe it's a paper crown in this universe because of how, oddly different this is from his normal escapades. It has a little tape. He's like scribbled crayon jewels on it. That's kind of funny. Or maybe they're like taped on rhinestones. That'd be kind of funny. I like that. Let's shape up his ears a bit. There we go. Make them a bit more carrot-y. I know that's weird, but carrot-y. But once again, long hair techno, viable. I think it's quite viable. Okay, let's maybe draw out his face a bit here, give him a bit more room for a bit of a smile, maybe a grimace. I don't know, it's techno, you can never be too sure. Yeah, it is a bit around the internet. That's where I've seen it too. I've only seen a few clips. I haven't had the time recently to watch any of the Origin SMP stuff, but I've seen clips of it and oh my goodness, it's just adorable. I don't like this curl. I think I'm gonna pull this curl down. I always like those curls when I draw them at first, but I always end up getting rid of them. They take up too much facial space. I've been doing some studies recently. I've been looking at people's art and watching the way that people draw noses, especially because I struggle with noses and their position on the face, and I think I've been getting a bit better at determining their spatial positioning. But I guess we won't know. Just the barest hint of teeth. They would so cute. side-eyeing you. He's like, bro, you got carrots? Huh? Carrots for the bunny man? Maybe a strand like escaping right there. Carrots for bunny man, please? Wait, he has a bit broader shoulders. There we go. It's kind of a nice basis. His face doesn't really look like techno though, which is what I'm struggling with right now. Let me see if I can find some studies of his face. Oh, okay. It seems that a lot of people make the rest of him angular, but still make his jaw very sharp. So I think that's what we're missing here, is a sharp jaw. Hello to Drawing Meek. Hello. Hi. Welcome to the stream. Maybe let's pull this part in a bit more and... There it is. There it is. It's back. It's techno again. Sharpen that jaw. He just needed his sharp jawline back to look like a true bunny pig. I'm not even putting any of his pig aspects in this. I just realized it's fine. We're fine. I've been singing a lot of old Adventure Time songs and old Steven Universe songs, and it's making me really nostalgic, but also like happy. I don't know. I haven't watched a lot of Adventure Time. I've only watched a few episodes, but the songs, man, Rebecca Sugar, she just never misses. They're just so good every time. So, I have listened to a few of those. Oh! Terra says, hello everyone! She's discovered that, yes indeed, I do have, in fact, arms. My goodness, have you just realized that I have arms? It's not like I pick you up every day, Terra. Herm. My sketching process is so slow. I apologize. I cannot sketch anything in a timely manner. Alright, not bad. It's looking kind of like techno. I think what might help it, though, is some... little tusks instead of bunny teeth. Yeah, that helps. Maybe some little scars from trying to get too many carrots. Yeah, there it is. That's a bit more techno. Alright. Clothing time. He's wearing... Oh, I forgot that he's tiny. He's little. Wait, he's tiny. And has glasses? Never mind. Hold up. Stop the presses. Or I like those better. Just tiny little glasses, little bifocals. He does just have Jinx's hairstyle. Don't call me out like that. Don't call me out like that. Listen, listen. I love Jinx. Jinx is my girl. Like, I don't care if she did some bads. She did some real bads, but it's fine. I forgive her. She was just misunderstood. Poor girl just had some stuff going on, and like, she got taken advantage of. It is okay. We can forgive her. Don't hurt my girl. I'm entirely too defensive about her. Oh god. That whole show was just so pleasing. I really enjoyed everything, honestly. Oh, that's a really interesting one. He has a little capelet in most of these instead of his full cape. Nobody is drawing him in his actual outfit, and I'm living for it. They're just completely disregarding everything, and I love when people do that. It just makes me feel so happy. Okay. I feel like his coat would be lighter, and it'd probably be synthetic fur, because, you know, bro's a bunny now. Bro can't be using, anything but vegan fur. And if it's not vegan, well, at least it's not from a bunny. Maybe it's chicken feathers, so he can— oh my god! I just pushed Terra off my desk on accident. Are you okay? She's coming for my toes. She's gonna bite my toes. She's gonna bite my toes off and use them as hors d'oeuvres for her sick little party. Oh my god. She's so mad. Oh no. No. It's fine. We're not gonna— oh, she's made an appearance. There we go, that's a bit better. Kind of a little homage to his favorite. I think his cape in this one is probably more ruffly too. Kind of more fluffy. Just gives me that vibe that he'd be very soft and pleasant in this one. Always gotta have the ruffly shirt. It's a techno staple. I'm not very good at drawing them though, but that's okay. Would he have his— are they called cummerbunds? I think they're called cammerbuns? Oh goodness. It's like the red ribbon that he wears. Yeah, that is what it's called. Ha ha. Broad waist sash in various designs, including pleats that is worn with double-breasted tailcoats. Now often wears single-breasted dinner jackets. Ooh, fancy. But our boy here. Drawing tips. Struggling on wrinkles? I cannot do wrinkles. It is all just trickery and bluffing. I just squiggle and then call them wrinkles and hope that nobody can see through my shimmering facade of lies. I sit on a throne of lies. Actually though, when I do wrinkles in fluffy things, because I can't do them on shirts, I just kind of taper down. You pick a starting point, and this is at least how I do it, and bring them all into as a starting point. And then you can kind of when I go back and define them, you'll see I kind of, how best to describe this? When I do bins and arms, I do this too. I scrunch them along the fold and then bring them down, or when I do folds in cuffs, I do that as well. I stylize my wrinkles a lot. The best thing that I can, oh my goodness, Tara's trying to steal my phone. The best thing that I can recommend is just looking up like artists that you admire, their art style, and seeing how they do wrinkles, or using reference photos, which I know that people are like, oh yeah, use reference photos. I actually do use them a lot for this kind of thing. I just did pages and pages of clothing things until, like, it works. I don't know. Like hair. I used to not be able to draw hair, and then I did several pages of sketchbooks and watched a bunch of Terra. I'm gonna have to put her up. She's trying to eat me. And I figured it out after a long time. Little headcanon for techno. In the Dream dsmp, he gives his code to people whenever they're sad. Aww. Especially if it's gonna be so short on Rambu. That's so funny. And it's gonna be so long on Filza. Rambu's like 9 feet. It's gonna be so short on him. And it's... Oh, that's adorable. Oh. I bet it wouldn't, like, fit over Phil's wings, too, so it just, like, sit on his wings, and he's just like, thanks, Techno. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. Appreciate it, mate. That's so sweet. Oh my goodness. I love that. I'm adopting that now. Thank you. Okay. What was I doing? I was drawing his little shirt and cummerbund thing. Another example for wrinkles is if you're tucking a shirt, remember that it's gonna flare out a bit because of the natural movement of the waist. And then it's also gonna have some wrinkles in it because especially when you tuck fabric tightly, it's going to, it's gonna pinch. Yeah, so. And really tightly wound things like this sash are gonna have lots of wrinkles in them, especially if they're a really silky material, because silky materials can't hold their shape very well. So I just kind of make squiggles on the edge, but keep the bottom really smooth because of the way that silk folds, and then connect all them. This is only a sketch, it's not a very good example, but connect all them with crossing lines, and then pick my favorites when I like them. Does he have a bunny tail? Yes. I'm gonna have to extend this canvas, I see. Because I want to draw his big old bunny feet. But I can't do that if I don't have the rest of my canvas. Alright. He likes his, like, old-timey trousers from everything I've seen. Like the kind of drop crotch trousers that got really popular. I know that, I think they wore them in Hamilton. Big bunny feet time, everyone. Bunny feet. Sketching them out, laying them down. Kind of getting the curve of his sash in there. How are we gonna draw his little bunny feet? Is he gonna have big old toe beans? The answer is yes. There is no question. Toe beans make life. Toe beans make love. That sounded really weird. Toe beans cause love. They're the root of all love. Ooh, interesting. Interesting headcanons in the chat. Let's see. Do I have any techno headcanons? Oh, okay. Excuse me for a second. I have to go put my demon rat up into her hovel because she's trying to steal my devices, which I cannot allow in this household. You are not allowed to steal my things. BRB. rodent. Rodent, I swear. Go up, you heathen. Rapscallion dealt with, she was sent back to her proper place. She has been dealt with swiftly and efficiently, as denotes someone of her standing. Oh, she's gonna eat things and make noise. Oh god. Revenge is cold and swift. Okay, he's stepping, so his... Well, no. We're not gonna make this realistic. Who wants realism? Big, beefy bunny legs, because I don't normally draw bunny legs like this, but I want to today. Evil laugh of evilness. There we go. Look at how adorable. Giant bunny feet. Do I have any characters with bunny feet? Oh, I'm gonna have to think about this. Uli doesn't have bunny feet. I don't think I've shown Uli on the channel either. Uli is a character of mine, and I don't think that they have bunny feet, but they might. They might. I can't remember what I changed their design to. They started out as a goat. I think that I... Oh no, I didn't change them to a bunny. I changed them to one of those little, like, pica goat things that are in, like, South America. Alright. The big drop pants are a success. Since he jumps so much, I think he'd want some bracer. Oh, foot cramp. Ow. Draw bunny feet. Right as I mentioned. Oh wait, I was literally just about to start talking about Techno, probably in his bunny form from jumping so much, gets foot cramps all the time. And I was gonna give him bracers that would help prevent that and keep his foot bones in place and all his tendons. But, well, that just backfired on me. Ow, goodness. Ooh. It's probably because I'm sitting scrunched up like a little goose. Like, you know how geese sit when it's cold outside? That's what I'm doing. I'm like scrunched up in a little ball right now. It's comfy, but it's also painful now. And I regret all life decisions. Little bracers so that Techno doesn't make the same mistake as me. Quick stream check. Is the quality okay? Is the music okay? I think it is, but I can't really tell, you know? Do those look any good, or do they just look trash? Oh no, they look fine. His head's looking mighty small though, but that's okay. His drop pants are also looking a tad odd, but whatevs, it's fine. It's art. Art doesn't have to mimic real life, that's why it's art. It's there to push boundaries. Yes, like those, they look so cool. Very nice. Boop, 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 boop. Aww, Terra's sleeping. Sweet baby. She's like a toddler. She gets all persnickety when she doesn't get her nap. Are you persnickety? I think you are. It's okay, you're my persnickadoodle. Snickerdoodle. Oh, that was horrible. Please, please forgive me. That was a horrible joke. Ah. What is he holding? A rolling pin? Does he bake carrot cake? I think he bakes carrot cake in this world. He's got to be good at cooking something, you know? And if a bunny was cooking anything, it'd be carrot cake. Ah, yes, the rolling pin of peace. Tasty. The handle. I don't know. How does one hold a rolling pin? I don't know how rolling pins work. I don't even think I own a rolling pin. I think I use a water bottle when I make cookies. To roll out the dough. That's just sad. It's a big rolling pin. The kind you see in like old movies. Or cartoons. Spattered with red food dye. Totally not the blood of his enemies. Because, you know, you totally need, like, red food cake coloring for an orange cake. Once again, how does one hold a rolling pin? With intense grace is, I think, how he would hold it, as always. Hands are my weakness. Oh, that's so small! Oh, dear God. That's a bit better, but I'm gonna have to make up for it in his other hand. Which, speaking of, I think he needs to be scooched. Just a scotch. Just a skosh. There we go. So I can reach his other hand. I'll leave that hand for now. I don't feel like drawing. Does he have paws in this world instead of hands? For ease, for my own ease, he has paws now. Because paws are so much easier to draw than hands, I swear. If I could never draw another hand again, nobody would look at me weird, it would be perfectly fine. Fitz the toothpaste. Fitzy the toothpaste man. Oh, yeah. He still haunts my nightmares sometimes, you know? Just comes up to me and goes, "Would you like a brighter smile? Well, you can achieve that with..." What was it called? God, what did I name it? The smile stuff? The shiny... Oh, God. I don't know. But he is a nightmare frequenter. I think my... He just stands there and goes, "Would you like to try our teeth bleaching supplies?" And it's great. Not actually, but you know, great. Ooh, purple eyes? I don't know. I'm always confused about his purple eyes thing because, like, it's his Enderwalk state. And I'm like, that's interesting. I wonder why that's another credit to my OSMP rendezvous theory I just realized. Ooh, things are turning my way, I swear. Terra, what are you squeaking for? Oh, she's just getting arranged. Okay. Toe beans! Toe beans! The best thing ever invented by anyone ever. Toe beans. Adorable. The best thing. His paw needs to be a bit bigger. Let's just size that up. Terra has the weirdest toe beans ever. You'd think that a chinchilla's toe beans would be adorable, but no. They look like wrinkly little raisins, and her feet kind of look like a kangaroo's. And I'm not upset by it. It just disturbs me mildly whenever I look at her, because I'm like, you had so much adorable toe bean potential, but no, you have to be naturally adapted for like gripping rocky surfaces and stuff. How dare you be naturally suited to survive a tough environment? How dare you? But I love her anyway, even if she does not fulfill the toe bean meter that fuels my happiness. He sells it on the Black Swan market? Oh goodness. Does the Black Swan have a black market? I'm super excited for the fall. I haven't been super keeping up with what's going on in the Keeper of the Lost Cities fandom. I've been doing Minecraft things apparently, but I'm incredibly excited for the new book because I really want to know what happens to my boy Keith, my boy, because I'm really worried about him. He's in a very fragile mental state about 99% of the time, and I don't think that this is going to do him any good, running away and just not seeing anyone ever. And honestly, I think he's going to go to Amy. I think that he is. I think that he's... Find a fluff and pop them because you can. I have a fluff, except for my fluff is very weird. I have a stuffed potted plant because I cannot have any real potted plants because Terra eats them. She's killed so many of my plants. So I have a potted plant and I forgot their name, which is very sad because it was a very good name. And I also have another little like demon that stalks me when I turn my lights off, and he's painted on my light switch. And his name is Sir Willigan, and Willie, which is his shortest name, is like, hello, can I interest you in some light? And I'm like, no, you can't eat my light, War between Sophitz and Soki. At this point, I don't even care. Well, I do. I want happiness for Sophie, and she can honestly find that anywhere. I want happiness for Keith, which he cannot find that anywhere. He can probably only find that in Sophie, or maybe Tam. I think that there's either a Tam-Keith bromance or romance. I don't know. I'm not super... It's there, yeah. But I think Tam understands him like probably no one else can, which is something that he really needs, to be honest. And I don't think that Sophie understands him all the time, even though they do have that whole, like, telepathic emotion connection thing. Yeah. So, I really hope that he gets the help that he needs, and I'm really upset that, like, they don't have therapy in the Lost Cities, because so many of them need therapy. So many of them require extensive therapy, and nobody's giving them it. Like, you cannot tell me that a few rounds of anger management would not have helped Fitz increase exponentially. Like, something is off. Nobody gets that angry over random stuff. Nobody wants to stab their brother that bad. Am I gonna get, like, demonetized, or not demonetized, but is YouTube gonna get mad at me for saying that? I hope not. So, I really think that there's something, up there that Fitzy needs somebody to look at. And Keith himself, I have a lot of theories about Keith. I already know that he struggles from some sort of, like, high-functioning anxiety disorder or stress disorder or something like that, because Elwyn bro, get on it. Yeah. Elwyn can't do everything. He's carrying this series on his back already. He has so much to do. So, poor Elwyn. Elwyn himself needs some therapy after dealing with all these guys' craziness. Oh, I just love him. I was so excited when I got unlocked and I saw the picture of Elwyn. I was like, oh, he looks so sweet and approachable, and that's exactly what they need as a doctor in this series. Like, all their treatment stuff is so weird. I feel like it just freaks some people out. But, yeah. Keith, some sort of high-functioning anxiety. This is my theory, at least. He really, really has some bad parent trauma. He needs to get that looked at because that can turn into something really negative later on in life. And I don't know. Sometimes I think that with the amount that he draws and fiddles, he might have some sort of like ADHD or something, but I'm not in a place where I can fully assign that to a character. I'm not someone who can look at that and be like, yes, I see that in the character. So I will have to keep an eye out for fan theories regarding that particular branch of his personality. But it seems that he reminds me of Percy Jackson, which is, I think, why, with his constant need to just cover himself, and with humor, and with his constant need to be doing. So I think that, but that might just stem from traumatic response or stuff. Oh, wrong one. I'm happy with this. This is going well. I'm gonna be honest, I really miss Curiosities. Surprisingly, I think I miss Tam and Ro the most. I thought it would be Keith, but like, Keith is so heavy. He's got so much going on that I don't want to like burden myself too much with thinking about his plight. Like, I know what's gonna happen. I'm like, oh, he's gonna go to Amy, and Amy's gonna be like, bro, you're messed up. And yeah, I think Alden was, don't get me started on Alden, jeez. I used to really like Alden, and then he just went and kind of became a creep. Like, he was so good for Keith, and Keith looked up to him so much, and then I think that really messed him up when Alden was like, hey bro, you know, you've got like a friendship with that foster girl, huh? You should like back off because my son's got a claim on her. And I'm like, oh, that's a bit creepy that you're interfering with the relationships of teenagers and telling this guy who needs a friend in this world that he can't be super close friends with this person when you're literally like 300 years old and you're a counselor. And why are you not a counselor, but he's like working for them? Why are you involved in petty teenage drama as a over 300-year-old man? It's so weird. I'm so creeped out by Alden now. And I'm honestly kind of upset with him because he's just so weird. I don't like him. That's pretty good. Ink in time, maybe? And then I can add some more stuff? Yeah. I don't want to... Alden is just weird. I don't like where he's going. It makes me a bit nervous. I'm also worried if he's gonna be like, oh, Sophie, you should just, like, let Keith go. Like, he doesn't need help. You should just, like, go and rekindle your relationship with Fitz. Like, you know, Fitz is a good match for you. Have you ever considered Fitz? Like, I don't care about any of this genetic stuff. I also understand where Fitz was coming from with his whole fear of his family in the whole, like, oh god, I forgot what it's called. The matching thing, or the matching list situation. I understand where he was coming from with fear of rejection from family, and I think that was an allegory for some other stuff. I'll let you look into that you guys yourselves and think about that one. But it was just, it was almost hard to read, because it happens. It happens so much, and you don't realize it happens, but you're like, there are people out there who are like, you know what? My family is going to put so much pressure on me and society is going to put so much pressure on me if I, like, decide to be with this person. And I think that he just cracked under the stress and he just couldn't take it. And I understand that, and I'm okay with that. And I think that's what finally, I hated Fitz genuinely for a long time, but I think that, weirdly enough, this thing that made me hate him more also made me realize that he's a pretty well-written character and made me appreciate him even if I still don't like him. So I now appreciate him for why he's there, and I know why he's there, but I don't honestly think that in this point in time, him and Sophie could ever work out. I don't think that's something that could ever be brought back to the disdain of many people I know. But at this point, I think it's just too far out there. It's not something that I think Shannon's gonna be looking back into. Mostly because I think that if Shannon brought back the whole Sophitz thing, I'm afraid she'll think it's a bit of a bad example, because it's somebody who has caused you pain, and it's somebody who has turned you down for a reason that you don't understand. And it's probably, I don't think she would do that, because I think it would set an example that she wouldn't want to have in that series of going back to somebody who's clearly not good for you. And I don't think Shannon is that kind of person. I think she would think that's a bit off, which I appreciate. I think it's definitely the right choice, and I agree with everything that she's been doing with the series and with that whole subplot. I'm calling it a subplot, but let's be real, that's what a lot of people are like most fixated on. I just want to know what's going on, bro. Like, everything's so confusing. I want to know who Glimmer is, most of all. Like, you can't just give us random cranky girl and be like, oh yeah, by the way, she's never being seen again, blah blah blah. Even though she is being seen again. How do I draw his other tusk? Jeez. There it is. That's a bit better. Just kind of bring it down to show it's wrapping around. Oh yeah, that's a bit better. So, now that I'm on my little rant, I had a period of time where I was incredibly obsessed. I don't know if you guys remember Tinker, if you read the Keeper of the Lost City series. I had a large portion of time where I was obsessed with drawing Tinker. Tinker was the most fun. Even though we only got like a very minimal description of her, the best thing ever. And I was so interested in her. I think Fitz is bullied way too much, even if he did mess up. I don't know. He is well written, and it bothers me because I want to hate him so bad, but I can't, because he serves a good purpose and he teaches a good message. Have you read the Lynn? I have not read the Lynn short story. Have I read the Lynn short? I think I've read the Tam short story. I haven't seen a lot of Tinker fan art. I know that I have some in a sketchbook around here somewhere, but I just adored Tinker, and I think that she's gonna play a really big role in the next one. I'm not sure how yet, but you can't just introduce a character like that and not give us something about her. I also think Grady is gonna come into his own in this new thing, because he has been showing throughout the whole series he doesn't like Keith at all. And I understand kind of why. He's kind of a bad influence. He doesn't want Sophie to be messed up by hanging out with Keith, which I think is kind of not a great thing. I understand not liking your child's friends, but Keith I don't think is too extreme of an example of that. Soft cover of a... Oh. No, I didn't see that one. Oh, gosh darn it. I'm gonna have to go track that down. I know that somebody's posted it on, like, YouTube or something, or reading of it. But yeah, and I'm honestly kind of loving Grady's whole character development, because he was like, oh, I see that you're going through some really tough stuff, and I'm gonna help you out, even though I don't like you. And I don't think that Keith is gonna be kept out of it for long. I'm wondering if we're gonna get split perspectives again, or if Shannon is just gonna go straight back to Sophie's perspective. I don't think that she will, because everybody's too invested in what Keith is doing at this point to not know what he's doing, so I'm wondering if they're gonna have telepathic conversations, or if he's gonna have his own segments. I'm really curious. But, either way, I digress. Yeah. Grady's out here doing good things. Being actually nice to Keith for once in his entire life, which is something that Keith really needs. Maybe Grady will be his new... I don't want to say his new father figure, because that'd be a bit awkward with the whole, like, Sophie thing. This part is gonna give me trouble, I can tell already. I hate drawing parts, but they're so needed. Let's draw some flyaways. Techno doesn't brush his hair. I can tell. Keeps it long, but he doesn't take care of it. I do think that the scary power thing is very interesting. I'm wondering, that would be just absolutely horrible to always... I hope that Shannon explores that more, because when you really think about it, this new power thing is even worse than we thought it was. Because Keith's whole life, he's just heard all these horrible things that people have been thinking about him in their head, and like feeling their emotions about him. And if he could suddenly feel all that emotion amplified like 100-fold, imagine how horrible it's gonna be when he goes back with the Black Swan to like fight his mother. He's gonna feel all that emotion so much stronger, and I think that it might break him. I really hope it doesn't, but feeling all of that loathing and sadness and anger from his mother might not do good things for him. And especially, I do think that it'll be the straw that breaks the camel's back with the tension between him and Sophie, though. I think he's finally gonna be like, oh my god, I'm not oblivious anymore, oh! Because Sophie can no longer bear the oblivious crown herself, because Keith is contributing. He is contributing. I do think he was very sweet with the whole I'm gonna respect her, like... That was my favorite thing about Keith, I think, was he was very... Because of his connection to people's emotions, he's super respectful of them. And he didn't want to, like, mess with her or fight for her, and he was like, she's a person. And I think that that's kind of where Fitz missed the mark. That was my final line. I was like, Fitz isn't acknowledging that Sophie is also a person with emotions here, and I think that Keith is. And that's all that Sophie needs at this point, because she feels like she's being used by the Black Swan, and she's been experimented on, and she's always had information withheld from her, and it's scary. I'll do that in crayon later. Ears. to maybe a lighter topic than Keepers is really, it's a dark place right now. It's a dark place. More headcanons. Back to my little headcanons. I was thinking today, as I mentioned earlier, about the little domestic things, and I mentioned hat makers, but I was also thinking about clothing. Since they don't have electricity in a general sense, I mean, they kind of do in Redstone, but it's a very large, not so self-contained thing, which makes sense for the nukes, but not so much for other things, like light switches and like washing machines, I don't know. But I was thinking about it, and I realized they don't have anybody to make their clothes. Like, they have all these really fanciful outfits, but they're really hard to make because people are hand-stitching everything. So, and there aren't a lot of people on the server that would exhibit the ability to sew from what we've seen. I know that we've seen whoever made the L'Manberg flag could probably sew, but even that was kind of ragamuffin. It wasn't super well made. So my favorite theory that I've seen about this particular issue is that only like 3 people know how to sew. But now I want to add on to that theory. I know that my big thing is that I think Tubbo can sew, because he made the outfits, in my mind. I don't know if he actually did canonically. I'm not that caught up that far back. My other thing, I forget the other people who said could sew. I think that Techno was one of them, or Phil, because like they live by themselves. They have to be able to fix stuff. I think that Eric can sew, because Terra, what are you getting? I think that Eric can sew, because she has all these really cool outfits, and she has to be able to, like, do them, and I think that they would probably teach themselves how to tailor, because they need it. And I think that's an interesting little skill. And he probably does it for other people, too. So, but I feel like it would be at a price. Can't get anything for free. I'll just... Yeah, that's a bit better. There we go. Oh! Hello? What happened? Oh, goodness, my computer did an oops. So, yeah, my other thing was, like, none of them, this is kind of a weird topic, but none of them ever mention anything, like, house-related. Like, I don't know if any of the places have, like, an established kitchen. I don't know if any of the places have, like, an established bathroom. Like, all their hair is gonna be so gross, and their food is just, like, over a camp spit, which, don't get me wrong, can be really delicious, but none of them know how to cook. I mean, a few of them do. But, like, the burger stand, yeah, that probably is pretty good, but that took so long to put together. Who did it beforehand? Who was making these people food? I don't know, it just doesn't make sense to me. I'm probably just overthinking it, but, you know, sometimes you gotta overthink stuff. Because I've always thought the idea of cooking food in furnaces was a bit weird, because you're cooking it in the same place that you smelt toxic metals. Like, I'm pretty sure that when you melt iron, there's some pretty not great for your health off gases, and I don't think that you should be cooking your food in the same area that you cook your iron. I don't know. I think that if there was a health organization on this server, they'd say that's a big no-no. Mr. Bunnyblade, looking pretty swag. goodness. Glasses. Let's do his glasses on a separate layer so that way I can change their colors separately. Make them like wire rimmed or something. And eyes on a separate layer too. I always like to do eyes on a separate layer because when I do eyes, I do a pretty like scratchy demarcation around the iris and I like them to be pretty heavy-handed. Then I go back in and put a lot more heavy-handedness on like the eyelashes and the mascara lines and stuff if they have them. Maybe not that heavy-handed. Oh my goodness, it's quite late. I might have to finish this up tomorrow. I have to get sleep. Alright. I will most likely finish this tomorrow. I'm sorry, but I need to go to bed. I've realized that I'm starting to get very rambly. I'll finish the bunny blade sometime tomorrow or the day after. I hope that you guys enjoyed. It was really, really nice getting to just kind of sit here and talk about Minecraft and books, which was great, and y'all were very sweet. So to go over everything we did today, we have a little dsmp Ronbu sketch. Very, very sweet, very cute. His little, like, Treasure Island. Oh, he does look like the guy from Treasure Island, kind of. That's funny. We have Michael, who's looking a bit creepy, but you know, he's blushing, so it's fine. And we have Bunny Blade, who I will come back to tomorrow and finish inking because he be looking cool. And I really, really, really want to finish him. So thank you everyone for watching today's stream. Remember, I do have a Twitch channel, Dear Fox Does. I will do Minecraft and other things over there, probably some unrelated art streams. I might talk. I've been thinking about doing like a podcast story thing with some of my characters. It'll be a fun time. Anyways, thank you everyone. Hope you enjoyed. How do I... Oh, I put my OBS way down here.